Listen to this true life story. Two brothers from the same parents once lived in Europe. One lived in Vienna while the other one lived in Germany. So the one that lived in Vienna ran the streets back then. One day, unfortunately for him, police caught him. Don't forget, he ran the streets back then. As the police caught him, they took him to court, sentenced him to 2 years imprisonment. Luckily for him, after serving the 2 years jail term, he was not deported back to Africa because when he came here, he came as an asylum seeker. So, as he came out of the prison, as time progressed, he got a girlfriend, an European girlfriend, who agreed to marry him. Because his documents had already spoiled, he decided to take the lady, back to Africa, where they would have a court marriage. The girl agreed. So they flew to Africa, where they had court marriage. Because the girl was a responsible lady who worked then, the guy did not stay long in Africa before he got his visa to return back to Austria. He spent only 4 months, and the embassy gave him his visa. Now listen to this. When he got his visa, he invited friends and family members for a party. So the guy held a party. He cooked food, bought drinks for his guests. So after partying the whole day, the guy went home. Don't forget, his brother that once lived in Germany was also deported back to Africa. So the junior brother who once lived in Germany was staying with him. So after the party, they all went back home because he held that party to tell friends and family members that he was about returning back to Europe. That night that he held the party, armed robbers stormed into his home. 4 masked armed robbers stormed into his home. They came with assault rifles. So, when they came, he was living with his junior brother who was also deported from Germany. That night, around 1 a.m. in the morning, they busted into his apartment. Now, ordered him to bring out his international passport. The guy went to where he hid his international passport, brought it out, gave it to them, the armed robbers. Now, when they took the passport, they carefully went through the pages to make sure that he gave them the right passport, the correct one, with the visa inside. After collecting the passport, the armed robbers left the guy's home. The guy began to cry. Even the brother, the junior brother, also cried with him. They all complained, said, what a country, what kind of a problem that was. So the guy he ran helter-skelter. He did not know what to do. After about a week, the junior brother now told him that he wanted to go to their village because they were staying in the city. Said he wanted to go to the village to go see their parents and narrate what happened to their parents. The guy living in Vienna agreed. So the guy, the junior brother left for village. When he left, the guy, the elder one, who once lived in Vienna, did not hear that the guy went to the village, traveled to the village. So he called home and they told him that they did not see his junior brother in the village. The guy was worried. He thought his junior brother had been kidnapped, or maybe he had an accident on his way to the village, or something tragic happened to him. Few days later, he received a call from Germany. Did you know from whom? From his junior brother. He got a phone call from Germany. Now, the junior brother told him that he was going to get his passport back in some days. After some days, he got his passport back. So he arranged himself, looked for a way to return back to Europe. Now, the moral of this story is, never you trust anyone in life. Betrayal doesn't come from enemies. Betrayal comes from family members and close friends. This is the end of this story. Learn from it. Now, what if that guy who came from Vienna, who married the European girl, had refused to bring out his passport that night? What do you think might have happened? He might get shot and nobody will know who killed him. Learn from this story. This is the end of this story. Follow my page for more stories. Don't forget, my name is Rodi.